r/AskReddit. People who are middle of the road in attractiveness, what signals tell you you're not ugly but not a model? My friend group from college started to refer to me as the Enigma. I actually kinda like it because they still care about me. But I can still slip out of parties without having to say goodbye. And no one will notice. When talking about my dating life, or complete lack of dates at the time, my friend's girlfriend told me, I mean, you're not ugly though. Which back then was probably the highest compliment I'd received from someone I wasn't related to. You're basically invisible to everyone. They're not disgusted by you. But not attracted to you either. People compliment me all the time for my appearance, but I'm never hit on even in passing. So I figure one of two things could logically be the case. Either I'm average, or I put off a vibe that says never fuck or date this person. The clearest signal is that big reflective surface over my bathroom sink. It doesn't lie. Major differences in how many dates hookups you get with dressing well and acting more confident. I feel like really attractive people don't need this. Really ugly people can't get as much of a return though it. But average people can make a big difference and even get people out of their league. People don't really pursue me and I don't get much attention in public. But anyone who gets with me is pretty pleased about it. People hold the door for you. But only if it's an automatic door. When you go to take a pic of yourself with your phone and it turns the image around, you see how different you look compared to your own mirror image that you're used to seeing. It'll take me down a notch every time. Some people think you're gorgeous but they're all 4S or lower. If I work out, get a good haircut, buy the right fitting clothes, and put out a positive vibe, I would consider myself above average. But I love being lazy. So I do none of those things together most of the time. People don't go out of their way to try and get with me. But they are shocked to learn that no one else has snatched me up yet. I have normal conversations with strangers. No lies to get into pants. Or awkward politeness. A girl told me, you look exactly River Phoenix. Her friend then looked him up and said, you. No, he doesn't. Apparently I'm ugly and attractive at the same time. For the most part, I don't get hit on by strangers, but I'm still occasionally asked out by those I get to know. If I were to say I felt ugly, there wouldn't be an awkward silence, but there also wouldn't be people saying STFU if you're ugly, what am I? People aren't constantly hyping me up on Instagram, but I still get compliments from friends frequently. Your opposite sex friends exclaim how attractive you are. But only when you have a significant other and not when you're single. If you do well with the ladies, people don't believe you. Our videographer for our wedding didn't post our video on his socials or website like he does with others. The fact that there's the hot one in my friend group and they're not me. People occasionally look at me twice, as if they're trying to gauge if I'm attractive or not. This has led to a few awkward conversations that usually end with the vibe of, you're not good looking enough for the amount of work required. 50/50 chance of going to Pound Town. Some find me the attractive and some don't care for me at all. But to be fair, it's hard to please everybody. I get occasional hungry looks, but it is usually from pubescent girls. I remember puberty. It definitely does not mean I am hot. Nobody really notice you in a group of people. Been told by more than one guy that I'm the wife but not the mistress. Not sure how to take that. A lot of men find me extraordinarily attractive, but they all think that makes them unique. Only drunk older guys hit on me. By older, I'm talking like 50 plus. When you are hanging out with someone who is really attractive, it's easy to see you aren't treated the same way. I used to work in a large office building. Lots of us women were attractive. And guys flirted with us and gave us little looks when they walked by our desks. But when the new girl came on board, they all stopped looking at us and stared at her with their mouths hanging open. One time a little kid told me I was real pretty. This was after 2 rounds of braces. Receptionplasty and haircut color that actually suits my stupid face. I'm probably still a new girl without all of that. Not to mention I still need to lose about 20-25 pounds. But kids are brutally honest. so I'll take it. My friend's toddler, who saw me during the worst acne outbreak of my life, asked me why my face had so many ouchies. If I were really ugly, she'd tell me. I can't get away with having annoying personality traits as easily as someone who is model level hot. People are less likely to let other flaws go. Whereas I have absolutely, ashamedly, let go of things I found irritating about someone who was ridiculously attractive. I once had a girl tell me you're cute but your cousin is cuter. People agree I'm pretty and cute but wouldn't pick me as the cover of a magazine or even the better looking in the classroom. Look at your very best same-sex friend. Would you fuck him? If not, you're ugly. If you would, you're gay. People have been attracted to me before, so I can't be that bad. But like, not many people. So can't be that great either. Had a guy tell me you're pretty. Definitely not beautiful. I know what beautiful is, but pretty. Guy I'm dating now tells me wow, you're gorgeous and you're so beautiful. I was doing yard work a few summers ago, and out of nowhere, a woman I'd never seen before was walking a dog I'd never seen before. As they approached my house, I said hi to the dog. A lab or golden mix I think, as it had short legs. But the woman, unprompted, said to me his name is Harold, and out of nowhere, Harold said, "You're a strong 7. Nice eyes too." Then they just walked off. Had someone tell me I'm pretty, but like weird pretty. Being told I have quote, a friendly face or an approachable face. When I actually put on some makeup and did my hair, and put on a dress, my classmates were shocked and were like, "Bro, you look really pretty." Lots of likes on my selfies, more than any of my other photos. But no one checks me out in real life. So I'm photogenic. But in real life I'm meh. I get a lot of compliments on my chin, but I never get compliments on my second chin. Many people staring at me, but not everybody. When you talk about your insecurities, people tell you you're pretty and have nothing to worry about. Yet no one asks you out or you're their second choice. Pro. I have a 8-inch penis. Con. It's an acute angle. People are neutral and polite. No people acting giggly shy around you or approaching you. No people repulsed by you avoiding you. If you're a woman, a guy will inform you exactly how far from a model you are once you turn him down. My face isn't perfectly symmetrical. When attractive people who are obviously interested in you but still wave you off, and I can do better. They always say I look great until they get comfy and say, "You know what would make you look even better?" When I was younger, I was walking past 2 teenage girls. I overheard one say, "How about him?" The other paused, then said, "Nah, his nose is too big." People shipping me but not asking me out. My mom once told me as a kid, "Yeah, caught. You'll never be a model." But then once my half-blind friend rated me at an 8. So, the math seems to check out. I get complimented on my looks semi-regularly, but no one's interested in me romantically. I get a good amount of attention from the opposite sex, particularly when I'm out in public by myself. But if I'm out with someone hotter than me, they get all the attention. I accept my place in society. I don't get hit on often, but never got turned down either. People aren't really attracted to me until they get to know me a bit. I'm what you'd consider a BBW lady. And I've been losing weight in preparation for surgery. I've been with a range of dudes from runway to runaway. The one thing I've always been told is that I've got a beautiful face, but dropping some weight would make me drop dead gorgeous. Now I know my body is a Cali -7 with a 2 face. But I am a solid Alabama 9 y'all. I was attractive enough to find a husband, though he's definitely out of my league. So I'm a lucky girl. I just want to thank all the great and hilarious people that have commented and upvoted on this post. It's my first post that has caught traction and I'm grateful for that. You get told that you have a girl next door kind of beauty. Edit. Also, think about people who have flirted with you and ranked their attractiveness on average. You're probably about as good looking as they are. People tend to stay in their own league. A couple guys have asked me out sheepishly. But the very bold and loud ones never hit on me. I guess I'm attractive enough if you take into account my personality. But if some fuckboy sees me for the first time, he wouldn't bother. Women don't usually approach me, but they generally engage when I approach them. Sometimes quite enthusiastically. It doesn't always work out, but they are usually very nice about it if so. That's why I figure I am middle the road attractive rather than something better or worse. Also that I have been with both very attractive women and average women. Some attractive people would react a bit at the former, but nothing crazy. And sometimes at the latter people will tell me I can do better. I've been able to make friends with some seriously attractive girls. Some even have affectionate nicknames for me because of how much they enjoy being around me. But ain't no one asking me out. Despite my username, I'm actually a guy. I think I'm slightly above average looking, but if I'm not feeling confident then generally it's hard work to get a girl to notice me. If I'm out with a group of guys and I see a girl I like that is receptive and chatty, I can generally chat them up and get them into bed. I don't bother with supermodel looks though, as I don't find those types of girl attractive at all. Give me a girl next door with a nice smile any day. Whistles and compliments in the street. Yet single. Or my friend telling me look at those curves. If I was a man I'll definitely be with you, but if you have a paper bag over the face of course thanks, but ouch mayo. I get laid a lot but I really have to work at it. You're just attractive enough to be a hot person's one night stand or a middle of the road person's regular hookup. But not attractive enough for them to date. Personal story. I actually dated a guy for 3 years who ended up admitting that he was embarrassed to go out in public with me because I wasn't attractive enough. And that's why we only ever chilled at our apartments or went to the movies. Full disclosure. I'm a solid 6 and he was a 7. Got a compliment about a decade back. Still riding that high baby. A dude once said I was a Missouri 10 but an LA 6. You get compliments from some people but ultimately your best quality is your sense of humor. This post reminded me of a quote I saw once. I wish I could be ugly for just one day. Because being ugly every day sucks.